What's up guys, Max here, Muscle World. Quick video today, just talk about quarantine, potential quarantine. At the moment, obviously the current situation, we're allowed, with the government advice in the UK at the moment anyway, is that we're allowed to go out as long as we stay within 2 meters away from people. So at the moment, you can see I'm going out and about, I'm out at the moment, there's still a few people out, most people aren't listening, to be honest with you. I'm doing my best to keep away from people, avoiding people is actually what I do best anyway. But anyway, I'm just trying to make the most of exercising in the outdoors at the moment. So when I'm working out, I'm going out into a field hundreds of meters away from the nearest person. I know many people aren't adhering to that. However, soon I imagine they will say, because people just aren't listening to this, but these guidelines, soon I imagine that the government will just turn around and say, right, no, lockdown, 100% lockdown, criminal offence if you're caught out, for without good reason. So that's coming soon, I imagine. That's going to be quite hard for a lot of people, I think, who are used to going out and about, they're used to doing things, and being stuck inside is going to be quite hard and a massive cultural shock for them. A lot of people lose their heads unless they adhere to certain things. So I thought, based on my experience from military, private security, other jobs I've had, where I've been sort of stuck in the middle of nowhere, such as on a ship for months on end, or out remotely, or what have you. So I just wanted to share some of my best practices based on the fact that I spent so much time in essential quarantines, really. In the military, my first deployment, I was behind the wire. We lived in an underground bunker 4 weeks. Time on ships, you're essentially in a quarantine. It's not just with the military, I did private security as well. I've been on ships in the middle of the Indian Ocean that have just broken down. We've run out of food, run out of water, for a couple of weeks on end sometimes. So yeah, there are certain things you should be doing really just to make the most of it really, and try and stay on top of your mental well-being and physical well-being as well, because it will end at some point as well. So you've got to make sure you come out at the end of it a better person, really. I think you can learn from this, you can build from this. So anyway, I've got a list. It's 10 points that I've just quickly thought up of. I'm sure there's more points. I'm sure you can think of more points, but these are just my little ideas that I actually thought of a few minutes ago. But it's stuff I have actually used to get by in these scenarios. All right, so I'm just making this up. I'm not just, but take it or leave it. Take it or leave it. It's just some tips I've come up with. First tip is exercise. Very important. As you know, my exercising, it should be done daily. Should be, whether it's just walking, bodyweight exercises, whatever you're going to be doing, make sure you're exercising. Very important. It looks after your body, looks after your mind. The benefits of exercising are absolutely endless. Number 2, keep some kind of routine. That's gonna fall into place with the exercise as well. Whether you're exercising first thing in the morning, whatever your routine is, give yourself something to do. Don't just get up whenever you want, go to bed whenever you want, sit around doing nothing. Have structure into your day. Read a book. I mean, there's plenty of books out there. The old-fashioned way of entertaining yourself and the old-fashioned way of learning things. Read a book, sit down, a couple of hours a day, or an hour a day or so, just read. You might learn something new. You might take your mind off things, and it sucks you away from the social media, and it keeps you going, keeps your mind ticking over. Work towards something, whatever you want to do, really. We're all different, we've all got different hobbies, we've all got different goals. You work towards putting a website together, put a YouTube channel together, whatever you want to do, make a video, work towards building friendships, building your relationships with your family. If you're stuck inside with your family, get to know them a little bit more. You could build something, whatever, be creative. I think that is as a key. Create something, so you come out of it and you've actually got something for it. You could study. Now's that time to do an online course, if you've got the money to be able to do that. So this can tie into towards exercise as well, so you could learn a new skill. You could learn how to do a pistol squat, for example. You could learn how to do pull-ups if you can't do them already. You can learn to increase your pull-ups. You could learn to do press-ups, probably one-arm press-ups, whatever you want. So these all tie into each other. These points aren't in isolation. They all work together. Number 5, focus. Focus on you and your current situation. You can't control the world, you can't change the world, so don't try and do it from your living room. I've seen posts coming up on Facebook, people trying to remove Boris Johnson, from the Prime Minister, from office. That's not really going to help you. Try and stay away from doing things like that. Focus on you and your situation, see what you can do to improve yourself and how to benefit yourself. In situations like this, everyone needs to work together. Trying to cause mutiny is not going to be the best way to go about it. Whether or not you like the guy or whatever, if you do get rid of him, it's going to be the same people advising him are going to still be in power anyway. They're going to still be there. So he's getting advice from experts, medical experts, etc. They're still going to be there, and they'll be advising whoever comes up, whatever figurehead you get, will take place from him. They will be receiving the same advice. So you probably get the same outcome regardless. Point number 6: keep yourself busy. Make sure you're doing something. You're not just sitting around watching the news, playing on Facebook, scrolling through your phone. You're just going to lose your marbles doing that. Keep yourself busy. Point number 7: use technology to stay in touch with the people you can't see. Families, relatives, loved ones, friends, whatever. You use the technology. Technology's amazing these days. I remember back in the day when I was out in the desert, we were writing letters to people, sending them home, and a few weeks later you get another letter come through. You know, nowadays you can have a 4K video call with each other on the TV, and you can see your whole family there. So make the most of that technology. Use it. You know, if I manage to keep my head, and many others manage to keep their head writing letters to people on the other side of the world, I'm sure you can keep your head now by actually seeing them on a big 4K high definition, ultra high definition screen. Use the technology. Make the most of it. It's all there for a reason. You paid a lot of money for that 4K TV if you're lucky enough to have one. Use it. And I know every single one of you probably likely got a smartphone, so make sure you're using that. Phone up your friends, phone up your family, speak to them on the phone. They'll appreciate it, I guarantee it. Especially if you haven't seen your mum for a while or your grandparent for a while, or they'll appreciate that you phoning them every day, 5-10 minutes, just have a chat with them, check in with them, make sure they're okay, and it's going to help them out in the long run, and it's going to help you out as well. Number 8. Now, the last point was use technology. Number 8 is limit the use of that technology. Don't just spend your entire day on social media. There's more to life to it. There's more to life. Even in quarantine, you can do a lot more than just play about on the social media. There's things to do. There's, you could paint the house. You could write a novel. Plenty of things to do. You could get fit. You could meditate. Whatever you want to do. There is so much more to life than just social media. And I think that's very important, that we don't just get sucked into the trap of just staring at your phone, scrolling through and just looking through to see what people are whinging about now, and doing things, because you're just going to get annoyed. Well, I do anyway. I go on Facebook, I'm angry within 2 minutes because of the stupidity of some people. Point number 9, relax. You've got all the time in the world now at the moment. Make sure you're resting, make sure you're relaxing, just chill out. Keep yourself busy, yeah, but chill out. How often do we get this opportunity? We're busy, whether you're working, whatever you're working, 9 to 5, 12-hour shifts, you're working day in, day out. Now we've actually got an opportunity to be able to rest, to be able to get the 8 hours sleep that we've not been able to get because work's got in the way. I know obviously some people are going to be critical workers and they're going to have to go to work. Hats off to you. You're certainly earning your money now with regards to that, and got a lot of respect for those people who are doing it in those positions. Make the most of it, relax, enjoy the time you've got to yourself and your family, because you don't get this every now and then. So I would say make a positive out of a negative situation. Point number 10, very important part now: maintain your sense of humour. Keep laughing, keep smiling, keep your head up, and never lose your sense of humour. No matter how hard it gets, always make sure there's always something to smile at, something to laugh at. There always is. Anyway, I'm sure there's more points to this, guys. If you've got any of your own sort of tips that you think I've missed out, anything from your experience, please let me know. Just drop them in the comments below. We'll get through this together, guys. And it's not going to last forever. Just remember, when times are getting tough, things will end, and hopefully we'll all come out unscathed and go back to normal very shortly. Thank you very much. Have a great day, and we'll see you soon.